I'm crying right now because I just had the most moving experience ever. I can't even say I meditated. I can't say that I would ever, but I just, as I was meditating, or I was trying to meditate, but I can't say that's what it was. I've meditated 1,000 times, I think, But I thought the idea of, imagination, God could be called imagination. I don't want to go too far into that or explain what I mean by it, but you'll see what I mean. And pretending and imagination are the same thing. When you pretend, you're using your imagination. So I started thinking, like, when somebody invents something, they pretend that it's there, and then they imagine it. They put it together and pretending and imagine, and they create like God creates. Okay. So I'm meditating, and I see myself, and I just picture, I'm capable of anything I want to do in life. You hear this saying all the time, capable of whatever you want to do in life. And I thought to myself, then, why don't I just pretend that I have this invisible power? Because I know there's the invisible power. Why don't I just pretend, or just imagine, or create in myself that I do have this power? It isn't an invisible power. It's only called invisible if you want it to be invisible. So I started like at the bottom of my feet, and I pictured every cell as like a little light bulb. I'm trying to think of the best way to picture this and put it out there in all these different ways, because I just had it happen. It was about 20 minutes long. I'm going to try to say it all really fast because it didn't happen, continuously. But it did. But as I felt the light bulbs, I pictured every individual cell as like a light bulb, and I watched them each go from off to on, just turned on individually. Like, as I felt my toes get numb and my legs get numb and my arms get numb, and at the same time my chest was turning on. Like, all the lights at different times were turning on, but they were all turning on everywhere and everywhere, in my butt cheeks, in my scrotum. I'm not trying to be gross, but like in the back of my head, my ears, my lips, my tongue, my teeth, like everything that was going on was all happening at one time. It was the sparkling feeling of 1,000 lights coming on, like the sensation of running your finger down each individual cell of your body, if you were in the ticklish but not irritable ticklish fashion, like you just ran your finger down it. It was just the sensation of every cell turning on like a light bulb was the only way I can picture it. And by doing it with my mind, by choice, saying this is what I'm doing, I'm turning my power on. I'm doing this because this is how I'm going to be, and this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'm going to feel inside, because this is how I want to feel. And as I did that, I just did it. Overwhelmed me so much that I started getting happier and happier and happier, and it made me cry, and it made me so overcome with emotion and joy. And then I thought, oh, it's going to go away, though. And I was like, well, what if I just pretend that it just keeps going? And as soon as I thought the word pretend, another wave hit me like a firework, just blew up and made all those sparks, those light bulbs just surge again. And every spot surged, my bones, my skin, my cells, my blood.